So the new DBFR update is out, and the Broly Pass is now a thing that exists, so you know what that means. That means Broly Blue is now finally in the game after it was leaked by an exploiter almost a year ago. Only there is now a slight problem. Buying the Broly Pass will now buff Super Saiyan Blue, only when you use the new cinematic animation that it was added on. And it completely replaces the old one, so if you want to feel nostalgic, too bad.
I did it like this!
That, and also because of this small buff, Blue is now literally straight up better than Rosé. Despite the fact Rosé is just meant to be a reskin of Super Saiyan Blue for the evil lineage. Why bother use Rosé when you can have the small buff from Broly Blue? Then the funny thing is, there is technically a Broly Rosé. The aura was made by one of the developers in the art channel, but it's going to probably go unused, and Rosé will probably never get its proper buff that it needs for the sake of balancing. Now on to the actual content included in the update that isn't gated by Robux. The Gauntlet game mode. It's complete and utter bullshit. The AI lacked cooldowns for the first few days of the game, and when I sent that clip of me getting my ass beat by Matt, Nil literally said he was going to kill himself. So I think that shows a lot about how good the AI in the Gauntlet mode is. Regardless, I still beat all 5 within the first day. Next up are the moves. There was 5 of them released in this update. Godly Release, Gravity Bash, Energy Kick, Soul Publisher, and Godbind. Godbind, Gravity Bash, and Godly Release are all restricted to the Broly Pass, while Energy Kick and Soul Publisher are gained through the Gauntlet game mode. Godly Release is a boost move and is alright for the most part, but if you aren't using Super Saiyan Blue, you can't use it at all. This also applies if you're using Rosé, it won't work. Gravity Bash is okay because it's a rush move, meaning it's not affected by the weird key damage and defense scaling that exists in the game right now. It's alright for the most part, and it seems to be unblockable, but you can parry it. Godbind is going to age very well in the game's PvP meta. It's quite literally another stamina break that you can do at any point while blocking. It's an evasive, so you know what that means. That means you can literally hold block and get a free combo off of a guy landing a single M1 on your plus frames. Then there's Energy Kick and Soul Publisher, which I can't really make any nice comments on. Soul Publisher looks cool, but it's still Soul Punisher, so its damage is going to be really whack, and it has really bad physics and insane amounts of end lag if you whiff. Then there's Energy Kick, which is a reskin of Energy Wave. Energy Wave's damage is pretty much the only beam in the game that can do reliable damage. So in conclusion, most of these attacks are really good, except Soul Publisher. He sucks, get him out of here. Give us a fucking gun move already. Then there's the little things. Characters can now have voices now. Personally, I muted mine. Also, Super Saiyan 3 and Super Saiyan 5 now have animated hair, and it is planned for the future that all hairs will be animated. Alongside the animated hair, there is now some animated clothes such as Piccolo's cape, Guts' cape, and a few other things here and there that are too niche for me to even remember without me looking back in my footage. Alright, I almost forgot. GC and HTC have been completely overhauled to have a new minigame style, and the gravity chamber now holds 20 people. Also, there is a healing station in the HTC, and the kitchen is now a physical place you have to walk to inside of the gravity chamber. Though, I'm not going to elaborate much on this, because if you just play the minigame, you'll understand how simple it is. I don't really need to elaborate. So, in summary, this is a really good update, and it's only 1 out of 3, meaning we're gonna get 2 more that are of similar size to this. And it can be assumed that the animated hair will come along with it, and even possibly new game passes such as MUI, since it does exist, and maybe even Beerus's Planet, Legendary Super Saiyan, or Saiyan Paz, or hell, maybe a different race will get added to the game, or even a race update, such as to the Frost Demons who are kinda lacking right now. But to conclude this video, I'll give this update a rating. 9 out of 10.